Hey! All right. So we've been looking at angular relationships, or relationships between pairs of angles, I should say, and we've worked at identifying them, and we've used them to find an unknown angle. And now we're going to use these angle pair relationships to set up and solve equations. All right. So let's take a look here. For example, here we have two angles that are complementary, meaning they add up to 90 degrees. So we're going to set up an equation that says that. We're going to say that 61 plus x plus 14 equals 90. Now we're going to solve this equation. So first thing I'll do is I'll combine like terms. I've got x. 61 and 14 is 75 equals 90. I want to get the x all by itself, so I need to get rid of the 75. I have to subtract 75 from both sides, which is x is 15. All right, let's take a look at another one. Here, we've got these angles, which are vertical angles. So they're going to be equal in measure. So we have that, we're going to set up an equation that says that. So 3x must equal 63. Well, to solve this, we have to divide by 3 on both sides. And that leaves us with x is 21. Take a look at another one. All right. Here, a little bit trickier, I guess. We've got this big angle right here is 300. And if we were to add these two smaller angles in, that would be the full circle, would be 360. So we'll write an equation that states that. So we'll say that the full 360 equals 300 plus 33 plus x minus 48. Okay. So first of all, we'll do some combining like terms. So we'll leave the 360 alone for right now. So 300 plus 33, take away 48. Let's see. 300 take away 48 would be 252. Take away 50 plus 2, 252. 62, 72, 82, 85, 285. Plus our x over here. To get the variable by itself, we're just going to have to take 285 from both sides. So that's going to be, see, 15 and 60 is 75 equals x. Okay. So here's a similar deal. This 220 plus this 54 plus the 31 plus x. And I'm putting that in parentheses just to kind of make it more visually appealing, I guess. All added together would be the whole circle, and that's 360 degrees. So let's see, 220 and 54 is 274, 84, 94, 304, 305. So 305 plus x equals 360. So let's see. Then to get the x by itself, we're just going to take 305 from both sides. And that gives us x is 55. Okay. Take a look here. Here we have vertical angles. Vertical angles have the same measure, so 3x. We'll set up an equation that says that. 3x is the same as 72. That's what equals means. It means is the same as. So numerically, 3x and 72 are the same. 3x equals 72. So we'll divide by 3 on both sides. And let's see, 72, that's 9 times 8, so 24. X is 24. All right, next door here, we've got, well, these two angles are a linear pair, so they're supplementary. So that means that 180 is equal to or the same as 151 plus x minus 8. So let's see, we'll do a little combining of like terms here. I'll leave the 180 alone for now. 151 and a negative 8 makes 143. We still have our positive x over there. Now let's get rid of this 143. Take away 143 from both sides, of course. And that's going to leave us with 37 equals x. All right. Well, let's take a look here at some more. Let's see. Well, these two angles right here are vertical angles, so they have the same measure. So that must be that 2x equals 90. So we'll just divide by 2 on both sides, and x equals 45. Next door here, we've got that these two angles add up to 90 degrees. They're complementary. So 90 equals 2x plus x plus 3. So we'll leave the 90 alone for now. Do some combining of like terms over here. We got 2x and another x makes 3x plus 3. And then we will take away 3 from both sides to get the 3x by itself. So that's 87 equals 3x, and we'll divide by 3 on both sides. Now let's see. If that were 90 divided by 3, that'd be 30. 90 divided by 3 is pretty easy. 30. So that'd be 30 threes. But we don't have that many threes. We're 1 3 short. So it must be 29 threes. Oop. So we divide 87 by 3, we get 29. Okay. Here, we've got vertical angles, which means that 73 must be equal to 3 plus 5x. To solve this equation, we're just going to have to start by, we want to get this variable term by itself, so we want to get rid of the 3, take 3 away from each side. 70 equals 5x. Now that we have the variable term by itself, we're going to divide by the coefficient 5 to solve for x. So 70 divided by 5 is 14 equals x. 70 divided by 10 would be 7, so times 2 would be 14. All right, here, these two are a linear pair, so they add up to 180 degrees. So we have 180 equals 5 plus 6x plus x plus 7. So we've got 180. I've got the 5 and the 7, just combining like terms, leaving the 180 alone for now. So 5 and 7 is 12, and 6x and 1x is 7x. So I want to get the variable term by itself, so I want to get rid of this 12 here. That's 168 equals 7x. Divide by 7 on both sides. So let's see, 140 is 27s, and then we have say it's 68, so we have another 28, which is 4 more, so 24 sevens. So we divide this by 7, we get 24. Okay. All right. Next up, these two, since that's a right angle, this is a right angle, so these two angles here must add up to 90. So we start out with 90 being equal to x plus 1 plus 3x plus 1. So 90, we'll combine like terms. I got an x and 3 more x. That gives us 4x. Plus, I've got 2 1s, so that's 2. Now I'm going to get the 4x by itself, so I'm going to take this 2 away. So I have to do it on both sides. So that's 88 equals 4x. And then I'm going to divide by 4 to get the x by itself, so that is 22 equals x. All right. Let's see, one more to take a look at here. Now these two, you can see the right angle symbol there. They add this. So that larger angle is a 90-degree angle. So these two ones here add up to 90, or 90 equals 50 plus 5x. So I'm going to get the 5x by itself. So I need to get rid of this 50. Take 50 away from each side. 40 equals 5x. I'm going to divide by 5 on each side now, and I get 8 equals x. So basically the trick here is you want to figure out what's the relationship between the two angles and set up an equation that states that algebraically. So for example here, we knew that they were complementary, so they added up to 90 degrees. So we basically said 90 equals the two angles added together. Over here, we knew the two angles were the same, so we set up an equation that just simply said that 73 was the same as or equal to, that's what equals means, 3 plus 5x, and so on. Or over here, for example, we knew the two angles were a linear pair, so the measures would add up to 180 degrees. So we just set up an equation that says that the measure of this angle plus the measure of that angle or the expressions that represent them, added together, equal 180. And then from there you just have to solve the equation. All right, good luck with all that.